Okay, so today ang pag-aaralan natin is on how to construct frequency histogram. So in our past lesson, pinag-aralan natin na ang group data, alright, pwedeng i-present once the data is already in group form, pwede siya i-present using tabular form, and yung isa naman ay graphical form. Now, if we use the tabular form, gagamit tayo ng tables, syempre. At ang best way niyan is the frequency distribution, yung ginawa natin last time. Ito yung example ng ginawa natin in the frequency distribution. So, nag-start tayo sa raw data, yung mga individual scores, hanggang kinuha natin yung iba't ibang steps until we arrive with the class intervals, tallying the scores, and arriving with the class frequencies. At nagtugma naman. Now, another form of presenting group data is known to be in graphical form, and that is the frequency histogram. There are different forms of graphs. Yung next lesson, yun actually yung different graphical presentation. But ito yung pinakamainam gawin pag nagpa-present tayo ng frequency histogram or group data. But given dapat yung frequency distribution. Now, what if ang binigay lang ay raw scores? Halimbawa, ito. Alright, syempre, ang step 1 na gagawin mo din is to construct. Para makagawa ka ng frequency histogram is gumawa ka muna ng frequency distribution. So again, frequency histogram is a graphical presentation. Nakagraph siya. Alright, histogram ang tawag. Now, paano mag-construct? There are 5 steps. Napakadali lang. Step number 1 is construct the frequency distribution of the given data. In our past lesson, in frequency distribution, ginawa na natin kung paano mag-construct. Halimbawa, ayan. So, ito na yung kinalabasan niya, yung last example natin. So, let's use this example sa paggawa ng frequency histogram. Assuming nakagawa ka na ng class intervals, nagtally ka na rin, then nakuha mo na yung class frequencies, nag-total siya sa population which is 40. Now, ano yung next? Sabi niya, determine the class mark of each interval. According to your module, step number 2, determine the class mark of each interval. Now, ano ba itong class mark? In symbol, ang tawag dun sa class mark na yun ay X prime. Alright? Ang ibig sabihin yan, class mark. So, paano kunin ang class mark? In your module, it says there that class mark is the middle value. So, it's a number. Middle value, gitnang number of each class interval. So, eto, bawat isang class interval, kukunin mo yung middle value. So, paano kunin yun? Also, that's the average of the upper and lower class limits. So, parang i-add mo lang siya pag kumukuha ka ng average. 35 plus 40 divided by 2. Alright? So, yun yung magiging class mark niya. Now, let's just try. Now, using our calculator para mabilisan nating masolve, kunin natin yung class mark ng bawat class interval natin. Alright? So, dito na lang natin siya ilalagay. Sige, dito na lang. Kasya pa naman. Let's begin with this. 35 plus 40 divided by 2. So, this is 37.5. Ang class mark niya ay 37.5. As you notice, decimal ang nakuha natin. Pwede namang maging hindi decimal whole number. Sa example lang natin, naging decimal. Right? Next, moving on. 41 plus 46 divided by 2. That's 43.5. 43.5. Now, pag nakikita niyo na yung pattern, parang sa lower limit, mag-add ka lang ng 2.5 para makuha yung class mark. If we try this one, 41 plus 2.5, 43.5. So, yun yung pattern niya. Direction mo na para hindi ka na-compute ng compute sa calculator. Solve natin. So, this is 49.5. This is 55.5. This is 61.5. This is 67.5. This is 73.5. This is 79.5. This is 85.5. This is 91.5. And this is 97.5. So, yun yung class marks, yung middle value ng each class interval. Now, what comes next? So, according to the rule, step number 3, draw horizontal and vertical axis. So, ito na, gagamit na tayo ng horizontal and vertical axis. So, drawing tayo ng vertical axis, I mean. Ito naman si horizontal axis. Now, ano daw ilalagay sa horizontal, yung pahiga? Horizontal axis is consist of ascending class marks. From left to right, ascending yung class marks. Alright? So, mag-start tayo dito. 37.5 to 97.5. Ililipat nyo lang siya dito ng mabilisan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mag-drawing ka lang ng 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, ito yung 37.5. Yan si 43.5. Ito naman si 49.5. Ito naman si 55.5. And this is also 61.5, 67.5, 73.5, 79.5, 85.5, 91.5, and this is 97.5. Medyo maliit lang pero pwede nyo pagkasyahin siya pag nilakihan niyo yung drawing nyo. Now, ano naman ilalagay doon sa ating vertical axis? Ang ilalagay naman doon, according to your module, it consists of ascending frequencies. Ascending naman. However, mag-i-start ka sa bottom, pataas. Ascending from bottom to top. Alright? So, dito ilalagay mo yung frequencies. Pero pag-aralan mo yung mga frequencies, ang pinakamalit is 0. Alright? Pag 0, nasa gitna. Hindi gagalaw. Alright? Gets? Now, pagdating dun sa 1, pwede na mag-start. 1 hanggang pinakamataas na is 7. So, pwede mong lagpasan lang ng isa. Let's say 8. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yan na yung ating horizontal and vertical axis. Again, yung horizontal axis natin will be your class marks or class mark in general. Now, ito naman, ang tawag natin dyan ay frequency. Yan yung ating frequency. Now, how do we do the graph? I-graph na natin bawat isa. So, tingin tayo kay letter D. Step number 4. According to the rule, plot each class interval in terms of its frequency and class mark by aligning them using a rectangle. So, kada isa, alright, i-align natin using rectangle. Halimbawa, yung 37.5, ang katapat niyang frequency ay 1. So, eto. Alright? So, gagawa niyo lang ng by creating rectangle. Right? Patayo. Next, yung 43 ay 0, so wala ka nang ilalagay. Yung 49.5 ay merong 2. So, si 49.5 nakatapat siya kay 2. So, lagyan mo lang ganyan. Alright. Next, si 55.5 ay may 2 din. So, kapantay niya lang. Next, 61.5 ay 3. Mas mataas ng konti. Dito siya. Next, 67.54. Mas mataas na naman. So, dito natin siya itatapat kay 4. Yan. It would be better to graph this using your graphing notebook. Kasi pantay-pantay na yung mga grids dito. Next, 73.5. It has 6 frequencies. So, itatapat mo siya kay 6. Ayan. Then, draw ka again ng rectangle. Kailangan yung rectangle nyo ay patayo. Alright. So, example yan na. Next. 79.57. Mas mataas na naman. Alright. Medyo may katagalan sa pagdodrawing or paggagraph ng frequency histogram. But if you do it accurately or graphically good, then maganda yung kakalabasan ng graph niya. Again, this is a graph. Right? So, importante magaling yung pagkakagraph, accurate at pagkakapantay-pantay. Next, 85.5 sa 6. So, bumaba ng konti kay 6. Ito na siya. So, last 2. 91.56. So, kapantay niya lang din ulit. Right? Actually, kahit wag nyo nang lagyan to, i-pencil nyo lang, mamaya burahin nyo na lang. Yung mga tick mark dyan. And then yung last one, 97.5 is 3. So, dito lang yung 3. Katapat natin yan. Okay. So, yun na yung mga rectangles sa ating frequency. So, as you can see, ganyan yung behavior ng graph natin. Alright? So, eto sa score na to, maraming nakakuha. Kitang-kita naman. Alright, next. So, last step is we need to shade the rectangle. So, shade nyo lang siya. So, pag pencil lang ginamit nyo, better. So, ganito na lang ang shading natin para mabilis. Alright? Medyo bilisan natin kasi sayang yung oras. Alright, and we also have here. And we also have here. Okay. So, dapat pare-parehas ang shade niya para makita niyo yung behavior niya kung tumataas o hindi. At hindi kayo ma-confuse sa pag-graph. Or pwede nyo kapalan yung lining ng bawat border since masyado silang close. Yan. Medyo may katagalan lang. But once you're done with this one, makikita mo how good the graph is. Kaya dapat very accurate yun sa pagdodrawing ng mga lines and of course yung alignment ng frequency and class mark. Right? So last 2. And last one. Okay. Alright. So, kapalan lang natin para makita nyo mabuti. Yan. So again, use your graphing notebook when doing this or constructing this frequency histogram dahil yung notebook nyo, it has grades. So hindi na kayo mahihirapang i-align at ipagtapat-tapat yung mga rectangle. So sundan nyo lang yung mga grades para maayos and accurate yung mga alignment. And there you have it. The frequency histogram of this data. From the ungroup, individual scores, down to the group using tables, down to the frequency histogram using graph. So, ungroup, ito yung dalawang group presentation niya using table, the frequency distribution, and using graph, the frequency histogram. So, that's it.